Hello, today I will present you a much more advanced Pomodoro clock flow made in Node-RED, because last time I just discovered that it is not very convenient to log into the Home Assistant and then from Home Assistant click Node-RED, open the flow and run start or stop timer. So I thought, okay, fine, maybe I will just try to make some kind of simple website with 4 buttons that will be running for me, and I will just open only this website and I will click the proper button and will start the work timer, stop it, or start the break timer and stop the break timer. So then I thought that fine, I can try to make it work, and you know what, I did it. So let's switch to browser. Here you can see the flow, and I'm not going to talk about this flow much just because every single node will be described on my website, so I really would like to invite you there and to read the article about this if you're curious how to change it and how everything is working. And if any of you are experienced with JavaScript, HTML and CSS, then here you go, you can modify it just because I made it for free and I do not take money for this flow, so you can just import it and adapt to your needs. But before we will proceed, I would like to talk a little bit about it just because some parts are important. So first of all, here is the readme file, I'm in the comment actually, and here is the information how you can change the IP address. So you need to know the IP address of the red node red, right? And then there is a default port 1880 and /endpoint/Pomodoro, and this Pomodoro, the end of this URL is defined here in this get node, and if you will change it here, you will need to change it everywhere because it is working this way. So you will have to change it in the Pomodoro web page, also in this HTTP listener. Also here I'm talking about this endpoint, so here and here I'm talking about these HTTP listeners, and you can see edit WebSocket in Node. So actually each of the node is a WebSocket, an in and out node. So this one is out and we have two in nodes, and this is using a WebSocket. So if you will click this Pomodoro web page, you can observe that there is a template where you can modify the code. So actually here is the HTML code. It's using the external Roboto font to display each text on this website, and I will show you this in a moment. Here you have a CSS, then you have a JavaScript, and after that you have a simple div with buttons defined, and that's it. And you can then ask me, okay fine, but where are controls? Controls are here, stop work timer function and work timer function. So this contains this for stop, it contains the text icon color and duration, and also work timer function in each payload. So we have one payload here and the second payload is here, and the payload, the third payload is here. So for each payload you can also change the, and I will show you this, you can change the icon. You can see ID of the icon 82 here, and the color, and the same is here, the icon and the color and duration. So you can change the duration everywhere if you want to. So I will change it to, for example, 10 seconds here, and 1500 is for running payload, because when the worker time is running, it had to be displayed all the time on the Ulanzi device screen that I'm going to present in a moment. Also here you have the payload and duration, so I will deploy it here, and also stop break timer function, you can see it's here, and also break timer function, it's here, and also the duration will be 300 seconds. You can see for break timer it's 5 minutes, and duration 10 seconds for break timer period ended, and also here the duration for break timer stop. So that's it. So when the break timer or work timer will end, the information that it ended will be displayed on the screen. And here you have defined 5 minutes here. So I made a proper comment and work timer functions. Here you have also the function 25 minutes. So done and deployed. One thing is worth to mention, that each time you deploy the flow to the MQTT broker to this device, and you have a currently running kind of timer, it will freeze, and that is normal. This is standard behavior because this is the way it works. Okay, fine. Now, next thing is important. We have MQTT broker, and here you see work timer on the end in this topic, and here you have the break timer, and actually the server is the same, so for both. And you can see this is the IP address of the Node-RED. Actually here Node-RED, Home Assistant and MQTT broker have the same IP address. So in this case this is the IP address for MQTT broker, so it should be different, and for the Node-RED it should be different, and for I'm talking about this, and I will show you this way. So this is the whole thing, and if you will scroll it down a little bit, you can see also the Pomodoro is defined here, ws/Pomodoro. So that is why I was talking that if you will change it everywhere, you need to change everywhere. So yeah, that is important. And why I'm talking about it, because here there is a MQTT broker connection made, and also in security tab you are using MQTT user and password. So how everything is working? Well, you need to go back to my previous tutorials about actually Node-RED and how to implement Node-RED and MQTT broker inside Home Assistant as an add-on, but I can show it quickly. So settings, add-ons, and here we have Mosquito broker, and the user is not defined here, and I will show you why. Just because you don't need to do this, because you can use Home Assistant users too. So instead of defining the user inside the MQTT broker add-on, you can create the user inside Home Assistant, and I'm going to show you this. So go to settings, people and users, and here you have MQTT user defined. So go back to settings, add-ons, and also Node-RED, and in the configuration you can see this user is defined twice in HTTP mode and HTTP static. Nice, so both are configured here. So now the most important thing. So I will go to Pomodoro clock here, and I will open it, and now it is asking us for MQTT user and the password. So we will just copy the password and copy the user, and here we go. And I will put the password and MQTT-user, and it show us the dashboard. And voila, we have a dashboard, start work timer, stop work timer, start break timer, and stop break timer. And you can see also the status of the WebSocket. So all is displayed with the robotophone, so, and displaying the status, it's fine. So this website is connecting using a WebSocket to this flow, just because actually this website that you can see here is defined exactly inside this node, this Pomodoro web page. So the whole website that is located here is actually this one, right? So now let's go to our device, and here is my device, and you can see break timer stopped, and I will show you also the status, also the work timer stop. And now I will try to start the timer. So let's go to browser and start work timer and start break timer, and go back to our device. So time left, and you can see it's counting backward from 1500 to 0, so you can see how much time you have. And also I will now switch to the break timer and break timer left, and you can see seconds here, 275, and now it should be 270, so it's counting correctly and it is working like a charm. There is no problem with this. And now I will just go back to the work timer and I will just stop it. So here it goes, stop the break timer and stop the work timer, and go here and you can see it stop, break timer stop, and previous up, work timer stop, and that's it. So the whole text will be displaying during 10 seconds and then it will go to the next screen, and yeah, here we go, this is the next information. And what about the end? I mean, when you will start the break timer, for example, and then you will have to wait till the end. So to speed up a little bit, I will just go to browser for a moment, and here we go. And what I'm going to do, I will try to modify the break timer function, and I will switch here I will change 5 to 1 to set it to 1 minute, and now I will deploy it. And now you can see it's disconnected, and in a moment it will be connected, because these three green means that connected to, and they mean that there is a connection with a website. And here connected, those two, they are connected to MQTT broker add-on. Okay, so this is working the way that the whole thing is sent to MQTT broker, and thanks to this MQTT mosquito broker add-on, it is sent to device, in this case Ulanzi device. That's it, this is how it is working. And because this Ulanzi device has MQTT configuration, so it is connecting directly to my MQTT broker. And what about the IP address? If you are curious how to check it, go just to settings and then go to system and network, and under IP4 you have the IP address of Home Assistant. So each add-on actually that is installed inside Home Assistant has exactly the same IP address like a Home Assistant. So that is why I was talking about this, and that is why you can observe this IP address here in this address bar. Okay, let's go back here to Pomodoro, and now 1 minute is set. So let's go to Droid.com, and here I will show you the break timer. So previous application, break timer, and I will now start the break timer, and we have 60 seconds, and we will wait till the end, just because this is really interesting how it is working. And yeah, it seems that it may be boring for you, but I would like to show you that in fact that it is displaying all the time. So you can see it doesn't change during the progress actually, and as long as timer is running, it's displaying on this device. And thanks to this, you know that you have 25 minutes for work and 5 minutes for break. This is really nice. And the next thing is important also, that you need to have this website open. I'm talking about this website because it needs to be connected to this device. And okay, it's ended, and now I will press previous application, break period ended. Nice. And it will display the information, and here you have the work time stopped, and then this break period ended, and it will display during 10 seconds, and then it will go to next screen. So now okay, fine, I will go to this break timer, and now I will hit the start in this process. So let's start the break timer once again and go to, and you can see it's running. So yeah, so you can actually stop it, and if the period is ended, you can also start it again, and it is working, and you can see it's counting and down properly. And now I will go to browser for a moment, and I will quickly change the break timer function to something else, and I will set it to 5 minutes and done and deploy. And then I will go to Droid.com, and you can see what's going on, and when I deployed it, it freezed. This is exactly what I was talking about. So to get rid of this, all you have to do is to go to browser, and you need to stop the break timer, and you can see now it's stopped. I will show you this. Okay, break time stopped, and now we can run it once again. So start the break timer, and here we go, it's working. So this is the solution, and yeah, it's just not automatically you know, nulled or something like this when the connection is broken. I mean, when you redeploy it once again, but instead you have to stop it and start it once again. I think that it is not a big deal, just because I tried to simplify the code as much as it is possible. One thing is worth to mention, and I'm going to show you. So let's switch to this browser once again and go to this, and you can see there are 3 communications, and context contains a circular reference that cannot be persisted. Just because in wait timer function I have something like I don't know, I think it was here. No, this is the payload, so it's parting the incoming data. Stop work timer function. Yeah, because of timer key. Timer key. Because of this function, actually, I'm sending the data into the object, and now there is a problem with the serialization. So if you know how to get rid of it, I mean how to modify the whole function, not only this one, but also why it happens, just because of the JavaScript. And I will scroll down here, and here you have on message console log ws connect, and here is the function that is sending data. So this is the whole topic action, what is going on. You can see it sends the JSON format, and I was talking about it, and that's it. So it's part as a JSON, and then you can see command send topic action, and here is the click function. So it is using this function send command, right? So if ws, so the above, right? So where ws is defined here. So if ws and ws read state equals WebSocket opens, and when this WebSocket is open, send the data as JSON stringify, and topic action. This is the way how it is done. So if you know how to modify it and how to change it to make it work the way that the warning will go on forever, then fine, and eventually you can send me a solution, or eventually a complete flow that is modified according to this thing, and it's just fixed. Because to be honest, I'm not a JavaScript programmer, so I don't know how to change it and how to make it work, because most time I do not write the code in JavaScript. Okay, so that's it. And what else? I hope that is all. Just because yeah, it's playing, but not much, to be honest. So this is not a big deal. And if I will go here, and you can observe it, break timer is still running, and we have only 80 seconds. So I will show that in fact this is working. So after 1 minute it will be displaying correctly the information on the screen, and that the break timer ended. So we can go here for a moment, and what I would like to say more, here we have the 2 endpoints, I mean the WebSocket and this is connecting to WebSocket to MQTT, and this is the, you can see incoming data is JSON parse, and then invalid JSON format, so invalid message format. So yeah, I have the check here, and also the same check is here, right? So actually you can see there are separate things. So one is a for break timer and the second is a for work timer, and here above this is everything tick every 5 seconds and format time nicely, something like this. Message payload date, here we go, to string, so it's changing data to string, and date to message payload, I mean to string function, and then it sends to WebSocket out mode, so it is sending data there. And then the data sent to here, those two are in node, so thanks this it's receiving the data properly. So everything what is here, it's done there. And now I will show you this. So previous up and break timer ended. I hope you enjoyed this video, so thank you very much. Have a nice day or night. Take care. Bye bye.